she's completely unpolished.
Honey, are you a lesbian?
Dad, I wish.
But when the FBI needs an undercover agent,
The bombers picked another target.
We have ourselves a national emergency.
It's the Miss United States pageant.
the only man for the job is a woman.
You do a few butt-shaping exercises, you tighten this up, you can pull this off.
You know what? Pull this off. Let's go, girl.
These people want to put one of their agents in the pageant.
Do you have an agent in mind? Sorry.
She doesn't look the part,
There's no way on earth that I can make this woman ready in 2 days. She's Dirty Harriet.
she doesn't act the part,
Come on, have some midnight Joe and some girl talk.
We can't have pizza and beer.
It's light beer, and she's gonna throw it up anyway.
she doesn't want the part.
I'm not gonna parade around in a swimsuit like some airhead bimbo.
Describe your perfect date.
I'd have to say April 25th.
But she's about to prove anything is possible.
I have gel in my hair. I haven't slept all night. I'm starved, and I'm armed. Don't mess with me. Ooh, jeez. Whew. I'm fine.
This December,
You're doing a great job.
You think I'm cool? Just you wanna date me?
get ready
Gun! Gun! Everybody down!
for the new face of the FBI.
Of course he had a gun. This is Texas. Everybody has a gun. My Flores has a gun.
Miss Congeniality.
What is the one thing our society needs?
World peace. World peace. World peace.
Harsher punishment for parole violators, Stan. And world peace.
Miss Congeniality is one of those movies where you can't help but laugh at all of the pageant stereotypes, especially the age-old phrase, world peace. Sandra Bullock does a great job playing Agent Gracie Hart, saving the day from any threats to the Miss United States pageant. She even places first runner-up and is awarded Miss Congeniality by the other contestants. With appearances from well-known actors such as William Shatner, Candice Bergen, Michael Caine, and Benjamin Bratt, this movie is definitely worth watching. It was even followed up by Miss Congeniality 2, but like most sequels, it does not compare to the first. Whether you like pageants or not, there is no denying that this movie is a laugh and is worth watching. And now let's take a look at the weather with Stephanie Olson.
Hello, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Olson, and this is the weather. Today we had scattered showers with a high of 52 and a low of 39. Friday it is partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 53. Saturday we have rain and thunderstorms with a high of 63 and a low of 45. And for Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 41. And now here's Sommer Steiner with this week's interview.
Thanks, Stephanie. Today I'm here with Donnie Mesra, who is playing Van Helsing in the upcoming theater department production of Dracula. So, to start things off, why don't you tell me a little bit about the show?
Okay. Dracula is the theater rendition of the classic novel by Bram Stoker, Dracula, by Stephen Dietz. It follows the storyline pretty closely, with a couple of variations here and there. Wide storyline is two lovers or two couples meet Dracula on their own accord, and from there the evil slowly ensues. One is a business proposition and one is lust after a lady named Lucy. The connection is a lady named Mina, who is the friend of Lucy and the beloved of Jonathan Harker. And Jonathan Seward is one of the lovers or betrothed of Lucy, who is a doctor, and when he starts to figure out that things are going a little wrong for Lucy, he calls up his old friend, Abraham Van Helsing from Amsterdam, to come in and just try to figure out what's wrong with his love. And when Van Helsing gets there, he realizes it's a lot of unholy things happening, and he decides he has to compete against the devil in a showdown. So it's the overline storyline.
Very cool. So it's a variation of the Bram Stoker novel. Were there any big differences between the novel?
The biggest difference, I would say, is how the story is told. It starts off with, in the play, it's all dialogue in a normal play, where the original story is journal entries and past tellings, and someone else or you telling it later on instead of at the moment So that's the big difference. And the second big difference is Lucy's character. In both have 3 suitors coming after her. In the movie or in the original story, they stick with her throughout the whole play, or throughout the whole story. And in this one, we only stick with John Seward for the majority of it.
So you play Dr. Van Helsing, who's the protagonist of the story for the most part. Could you tell me a little bit about your role as Van Helsing?
Van Helsing is a doctor and a metaphysician and a philosopher who comes from the Netherlands, Amsterdam specifically, after being called on by his old student, Jonathan Seward. And he's insanely smart. He just can see everything happening at the same time, realize it, but then hold it in for himself. And only when he needs to actually show it does he reveal all his cards. And he's also very steadfast in his purpose. He will put everybody at risk to take over the evil that has ensued in London. Because if without him fulfilling this destiny, the world's over. London's gone, the devil wins, and he can't allow that. As a God-fearing man, you cannot allow the devil to win if you can stop it. So that's where he's from.
So did you do anything special to prepare for your role?
In particular, I had glasses. They wanted me to wear glasses to show his age, but I don't wear glasses normally, and they didn't put any lenses in the glasses. So when I'm wearing them, all of a sudden I have this very bad tunnel vision. And so I told them, I'm like, hey, can I wear these normally for normal day life? And they're like, yeah, sure. So now it's actually kind of weird not to have glasses on because I'm constantly touching, oh, no, they're not there. And then also the Dutch accent itself is incredibly hard to really focus in and get down. But after working with the professors and really focusing in, I was able to do it quite well, I think.
Could you give us a little example of your Dutch accent?
Sure. You are a philosopher and a metaphysician and the most advanced scientist of your day. You have an absolutely open mind, an iron nerve, a temper of ice, an indomitable resolution, and the kindliest and truest heart that beats. So yeah, they're
fantastic. Yes. That was great. So do you have any part of the show that you would say was your favorite?
We use a lot of special effects, a lot of fire, pyro, beautiful lights, and wonderful sound, but the characters and the choices that the actors have made also just are phenomenal. And one in particular, there's a character named Renfield who, he's insane. The whole play, he's a spastic case, but he's being overtaken by Dracula. And he's on stage the whole time. And all of a sudden at one scene, Dracula goes in his brain and takes over his body and starts throwing him around the cage. And the acting that Tim McCarran has done is amazing, is beautiful. And I would say that is probably my favorite part there, mainly because I'm not on stage, so I get to watch it. But yes.
Awesome. So have you seen any of the films to prepare for this?
We as a cast sat down the first week after getting the cast list up, and we watched Nosferatu, the original black and white, the first idea of Dracula on the main big theater. So we watched that one. We've also watched the 92 version with Anthony Hopkins and all those cats. And that one actually is very close to the original book. If you're looking for a book, that's the closest one I would say. So
cool. So if people wanted to go see this one, could they check out the play?
They can check out the play. It opens Friday night, tomorrow night, April 29th and 30th, and then May 5th through the 7th at 7:30. Also on May 1st and May 8th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Tickets go on sale Monday through Friday at 1 to 4:30, Saturday 10 until 2, and then 1 hour before the show. They're available. So.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Johnny.
Thank you.
Good luck. Stay tuned. Drew White will be right back with this week's sports, but first we'll take a look at the adorable animals in need of adoption.
This is Oliver. He is friendly and outgoing and loves to play with lots of toys. He has a wonderful personality that will fit in any home. This is Belle. She is very sweet and affectionate, and she loves to get attention. She even likes to get brushing. She has a beautiful black coat and needs a home with a window view. Peter is fun and full of life and eager to please. He loves to sit on laps and does new tricks for treats. Kino is a Beagle-Pipple mix. He is gentle, playful, and well-mannered. He knows how to sit, shake, high-five, and lay down. He enjoys to play with toys and go for walks.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. Sprinting right into this week's sports, the EWL men's track and field team captured the 10-team Easter Invitational, which was held at Winona State University this Friday. The Eagles dominated the rest of the field with a score of 197 total points. Along with the win, the Eagles also had 5 athletes win their individual events. Junior Scott Spexarth won the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 15.42 seconds, while Mark Punzenberger crushed the competition in the 5,000-meter run with a time of 15 minutes and 7.2 seconds. In the field events, Kellen McCrae made like the Easter Bunny and hopped his way to a victory in the triple jump with a distance of 46 feet and a half inch. Andy Novak captured the shot put title with a distance of 52 feet, 10 inches, and finally Troy Brooks soared to a victory in the long jump with a distance of 21 feet and 11 and a half inches. The men's track team looks to continue their season success this Thursday and Friday at the GINA and Drake Relays. Moving from the track to the baseball diamond, where the Eagles baseball team completed the series sweep of UW-Platteville with a pair of wins in last Friday's doubleheader. The Pioneers played host, but that would not stop the Eagles from having a hit parade that ended with a 19-5 victory. Cole Seflu led off the game by touching them all with a solo shot, which was the first of the 5 runs the Eagles would score in the top half of the first. Platteville did their best to follow suit as they tallied 3 runs in the home half of the first to cut into the Eagles' lead. But UWL picked up right where they left off, scoring 3 runs in the second and adding 6 more runs in the third, with one of those runs coming off a solo home run by outfielder Brooks Braga. With the score now 14-4, the Eagles would not look back. To conclude the scoring, Braga added another solo dinger in the 7th, bringing the final score to 19-5. Braga finished the game going 3 for 4 at the dish with 3 RBIs and smashing 2 home runs. But not to be overshadowed, pitcher Tim Vertheim picked up his 3rd win of the year for the Eagles after 5 innings of work. In the nightcap of the doubleheader, the Eagles continued to swing hot bats on their way to the 2nd victory of the day, with a 9-3 win. The Eagles led the scoring with an RBI single from Jay Fanta in the first, but the lead was short-lived as the Pioneers answered back. Much like the first game, outfielder Cole Seflu came through for the Eagles with an RBI single that would give the Eagles a 2-1 lead. But those pesky Pioneers once again matched the Eagles in the bottom half of the second, tying the game at 2. After an unearned run for the Eagles in the 4th, the Eagles added 2 more runs on a 2-run single by Adam Cordova. To conclude the scoring, Seflu had another RBI single, and like clockwork, Brooks Braga hit a 2-run long ball, giving him 3 home runs for the day. Seflu led the Eagles at the plate, going 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. With the series sweep, the Eagles improved to 18-11 overall and 10-8 in conference play. And that's all for this week's sports. So you guys gonna be watching the draft tonight? Big sports coming up.
I might watch a little bit of it. I don't know.
I won't, I'm sorry.
Definitely got to see the Packers pick, looking to go back-to-back in the Super Bowl.
I'm hoping they pick a lineman like they do every year.
Right, it's tough to have a 30-second pick, but that's a good problem to have, I like to say.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I have nothing to say on that, but sorry.
You said you're doing something interesting tonight. What's that?
Oh yeah, tonight I'm gonna go partake in the world's largest office party downtown.
Okay.
It's a big festival at the Lacrosse Center with Pat McCurdy and a bunch of other bands and just a big networking fest downtown. Should be a good time.
Sounds like a good time.
So it's free of charge. Is that what it is?
I think it's $15 to get in for the show, but I don't know the exact price to get in just for the networking and get together.
Right, and doors open at 5. You said.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully we can get down there tonight. Right. That'd be a good time. Thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. Make sure to join us next week, Thursday, at 4:30 right here on Campus Channel 6, Charter Channel 96, and Digital Cable Channel 8989.